Bro. I don't know if I'm ready for this right now. Okay. You guys even see me? Hey guys, what's going on? Today is the big day where the theater is going to be installed. And right now it's 2:30 in the morning, and Yana will arrive, that's the company who's going to be installing the theater. They will arrive in approximately 8 hours. So I'm doing this before things start to get dismantled or, constructed and here and there. And I'm gonna give you a rundown of what's gonna happen because I'm really excited. So thanks for joining me. Essentially, this screen here, there's gonna be a screen, fixed screen, so that means it's not gonna be one of those that pulls down or anything. It's gonna be there forever. It'll be a perforated screen, which essentially means that we'll be able to have sound coming through the screen because it's gonna be fixed. And that gives you a much more immersive experience, from what I've been told and what I've read and learned. The projector is gonna go somewhere up there. There are also speakers. There's one there, and there's also one there. And those are upgraded speakers. Those aren't stock. They didn't come with the house. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to update you guys on for this moment until they arrive, and then things get a little more juicy, and installation will commence. So shout out to my boys, AV Style. Hope you're all doing well in Toronto, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Everybody else watching. So yeah, see you in about 8 hours. All right, we're here. So what is going to be the process now that? Well, is this everything?
No, this is just the beginning stage.
Okay.
So basically we've assembled the frame of the screen.
I see.
And this will get a stretch fabric inside of it.
Okay.
That's acoustically transparent, meaning that sound can go through it. We're going to basically hang this. We've decided to center it between the cabinet and the roof, so it'll be 8 1/8 inches left over. And then we're going to remove this, and we're basically going to try and line our center channel up in a vertical position here, and then as far over as we can for our left and our right speakers. And then once we have those holes, then we're going to fish the wire up. And I'm going to, from the garage side, cut a hole that we're going to cover with a special little plate afterwards, and that'll allow us to run the wires in the ceiling above this star ceiling.
I see.
And go straight to the back where the rack will be. Space back here, we're going to have the rack close to the door. And then,
cool. I didn't even,
yeah.
Nice.
And then we'll have a shelf that the projector will sit on so that it can blow through the wall, and we're going to cut a square hole so that it looks nice and neat. In a nutshell, most of today is just wire running and cutting those forward holes, dropping these speakers and replacing it with a higher gauge wire. Because the wire that comes for the construction is 16.2 per speaker. We're bumping that to a 14.4. So the higher the gauge, the more information could go to the speaker, the better the sound quality.
I see.
3 front end speakers done today, and these speakers push back up.
There's 3 in the front. I didn't know that.
There's 3, yeah. There's a center channel, which does most of your voice, and then your left and right, which is most of your sound effects and music. Cool. And then these ones here do sort of that surround effect, a little, car whizzing
like
by, that kind of stuff, maybe a crowd noise, that kind of fun stuff. And then by the time we're done today, we'll be moving on to the rack tomorrow, which is when all the fun stuff comes, like your receiver, your sources, and all that. And those all get loaded into the rack, so tomorrow we'll be mostly in the crawl space.
Nice.
Then the last day is usually quick little finishes up, because we probably won't quite finish the rack tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
And then once we've got the rack finished up, then we get into calibration. And that's where we basically tell each speaker what volume level, what the distance is to the listening position, so that all of this sound comes at you at the same time. Because if you have one of them slightly out or slightly too low, you might not hear the speaker, or it'll be timed off fast, and then you'll hear it before it's supposed to be heard, or late, and then you get this weird delay. So it's really, every theater should be really calibrated to maximize the use of those speakers. So pretty simple.
So here are the speakers, and these are going to be obviously emitting sound. Do you want to tell me a little about them?
It's a two bass, 2 mid, and then a directional tweeter, so you can actually pull this and aim it depending on the orientation of the speaker.
That's cool.
Most of the bass that's going to be coming into the theater is done through a subwoofer. So this is just sort of lower bottom end mid-range.
I see.
It kind of helps fill the sound. The more bass it can do, the more dynamic the speaker. This is a ribbon tweeter, which is a lot higher fidelity than, say, a dome tweeter. Well, there are some dome tweeters that do a really great job. The ribbon tweeters seem to excel with what they're capable of. It's pretty impressive once you hear it. And then our speaker connection is way down at the bottom. It's just a standard push pin, which is spring loaded, so it's friction that pretty much holds it in, but it's a pretty strong unit.
And then I guess these come out into the wall, and
yeah, these are those flip jacks that I was telling you about. There's here. Pass my screwdriver there, Troy. Oh, never mind, I got it. So as you turn it, it just literally comes out, and then it'll
anchors into the wall.
Yeah, so it'll slide all the way up, and it literally pinches between the bezel and the drywall.
Cool. And this company is
Martin Logan.
Martin Logan.
They do some pretty impressive speakers.
Yeah, they kind of look like Vader. An imperial feel.
They are very black, yes.
Yeah.
Towards you. Too much. And there. Oh, it's a two-part piece. It's a dampener, and then the grill goes over top.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's currently about 2 in the morning, and I just want to show you guys a brief overview of what they did today, since you probably already saw. That's the way I'm going to edit this. So here we have the cutouts for each speaker is going to go in, and the guys are going to be back here in probably about 8 to 9 hours, and they're going to put the other speakers in. This speaker is already in here. This is just a magnetic cover to protect it. Those are really nice speakers. This is Martin Logan, and that's their signature series. So I'm stoked to hear what it actually sounds like. Today they also improved the wiring on the speakers here. And tomorrow a lot of work is gonna be done, so projector is gonna be in. We're gonna be working on the projector, which is gonna go in this back room. And here I can, put my Xbox, my PlayStation, all that kind of stuff, so I can play on the big screen if I want. Maybe do some streams, which will be pretty exciting because I've never played on a big screen like that before. I'm actually really excited, and you can let me know, for those of you who are subscribed on the gaming channel, if you're interested to see me buy a like a full-on wheel, like driving kit, and have like a sort of VR almost experience in this room, which I think would be pretty dope. Oh, and the screen will be in tomorrow as well, so that's cool. And also a leg press for my gym. And I'll show you guys the gym. Right now everything is super cluttered because I had to move everything out of the way for a leg press that's coming in tomorrow in the morning. They're gonna be building that. So that'll be pretty cool. And then I can get back to working out. I haven't worked out in over 2 weeks. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this bit of the vlog, and I'll catch you guys in the morning, okay? So, see you later. I don't know how they do that stuff on the vlogs, YouTubers. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. See you guys.
Larger systems, it's like, because you've got a short rack.
Yeah.
Larger systems like whole home automations, there are a rack that's basically floor to ceiling here, and it's just loaded with gear.
Is that the screen?
Yeah, that's the screen material. So that's what it'll get laid out and stretched in a very specific manner, because if you don't do it right, you end up wrinkling the material.
Okay. What have we got in here?
This is one of your two speakers.
Those look good.
Green material is very delicate. Because we're doing acoustically transparent,
right.
It's slightly see-through.
Yeah.
So they give us this white material to gray the screen out so you don't see the speakers in behind.
Huh? Oh, your laser swing?
Yeah, I was in my own laser. I might have to do a shift. So this projector is capable of left and right shifting by a very large amount.
Yeah, Scott was showing me something about that.
Yeah, it's pretty up and down.
Yeah.
By almost double the amount.
I didn't know this was 4K.
No.
So does that mean it has 4K capabilities, or that means it's going to shoot
This
everything?
is a native 4K projector. So if you have a 4K content going to it, it will do 4K.
Oh, I see.
But if it has 1080p content to it, it'll upscale it to 4K.
Really?
Yep.
What the freak?
Yeah. So that's our up and down shift.
So let's say I put a DVD in there, it's going to upscale that DVD to 4K?
Yeah, I mean the technology, the algorithms that it uses to do it is pretty good, but it's not nearly as quality as an original 4K content. But we want to make sure that we have as much of this as possible showing through. But that's pretty much the size of our hole is what you're seeing here.
Yeah.
You want to help me hang this screen?
Love to.
So I'm going to turn this off for now. Why waste bulb?
Oh yeah, so do I have to replace those bulbs then?
Was it 5,000 hours, I think?
Okay, so I'm good.
Oh yeah, it lasts a long time. I'm gonna lift this up. Some of the dog hair off.
You got it right way up? Yeah, there's lots of that here.
I'm on my line here.
Yeah.
One big movie screen.
How many inches is that?
Top corner up there on the white surface. Don't touch the white surface. 133.
Damn. Thought it was going to be 120-ish. Cool.
You got a little bit bigger.
Nice. That's always good. This is wild, man. I'm so excited. Unbelievably excited. This is so cool. Hey, put your eye through there so I can see you. All right.
Okay, so the little capture lines. I'm gonna hit.
Dude, what the freak? This is so cool.
And now the screen will expand. So those movies that you have a black bar on the top and the bottom, it'll now center on the screen, so those black bars don't cast any light on the screen.
That is
and
so
you just
cool.
literally fill the screen.
Wow.
This is your 235 from here to this inside line to that inside line. Whereas I was telling you about that 240, you'd end up with a little bit of a black bar on the bottom and the top, and there's another set of lines over here that would then come into here, so you'd have a double line.
I see.
So, because it's a much wider.
So that was the Ben-Hur that you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Panavision, I believe they called it. So it was pretty impressive scope. You could see everything in the landscape. It was kind of the original IMAX.
Is that what Quentin Tarantino shoots in? Maybe there's some wide stuff.
Shoots in.
Yeah.
So projector on your Control 4 remote, which will.
Freaking touch screen on the.
No, it's just a little LED or LCD. So we'll program it into custom 1 and custom 2 depending on which aspect ratio.
And so I got to change those automatically.
Yep.
Myself, I mean.
Yeah, because there's no smart way to do it, because what ends up happening is if you're watching something with commercials in it, all of a sudden it starts changing, then the commercial changes, and then you're stuck in the wrong aspect ratio, because it takes between 30 and 40 seconds for it to change.
Right.
So this way you can, they basically, you just press a button when you know what the movie you're in watching, and then if there's any commercials, you just ignore it.
So now with this, so that remote isn't something I'm going to be having then?
No, this is pretty much for service only. or
Oh, okay.
or recalibrate.
Okay.
If you need.
Very, very stoked.
Now I gotta build all the wood to cover your hole in a nice, neat fashion.
Yeah, how are you gonna do that?
So I've got some 1/4" melamine ply at home that I'm going to be basically creating 4 sides that go straight back, and then I'll use some plywood that I've cut a groove into.
Well, you don't even need to. Oh, you mean you're just gonna create like an actual just?
Yeah, so it's just gonna go all the way back, straight back, straight back, straight back, and then I'll do a trim all the way around.
You know those Death Star lights? Would you guys do that? Would you be able to do that?
The Death Star light?
Yeah, you know, I want to put like a wall here and there. They're just panels. Hey, what's going on? So it's currently 1 in the morning, Wednesday morning, I guess you could say, like, you know, Tuesday night, the way I think of it. And I want to give you a quick rundown of what's going on right now. So here's the screen, and I gotta say it looks really surreal. I spent about an hour just sitting here with this view. Even though nothing is playing, just kind of sat here being like, damn, you know, I've wanted this since I was a little kid. You know, I don't really do much in my life. I was always quite an introvert, so movies was a way that I felt I could express myself, and I felt like I belonged. You know, I really like throw myself into the story of the movie, and bonded with my father and my mother and stuff as a kid too. And especially being an only child, you know, you grew up kind of weird. So anyways, the screen is in, and tomorrow they're going to be calibrating a lot of the sound. They're going to be calibrating the actual projector itself. As you can see, there's a hole there, and what they're going to be doing is filling that hole up and then putting a circle, like a circle, so the lens can shoot through, because right now it cuts off a little bit on that side of the screen, so they got to enlarge in that hole a little bit. They told me to go out and get, you know, some sort of a device that I can stream stuff off. I've never had an Apple TV, so I got one of those, and I got a cable. So as you can see right now, here we got things rolling. They got oh, actually I didn't even see this, so let's climb in here and see what this actually looks like. Okay, so here we go. Interesting. Ow. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's not gonna fall. It's pretty in there. Cool. So I guess this will just go here, and all of these will hook up and all that stuff. I don't really know what's what, but that's a lot of wires, bro. That's crazy, man. You can get Spotify on there, huh? Shout out to my Spotify podcast. New podcasts every single day on Spotify. Shout out to Kevin and Chris for making that an amazing show. And you guys are making it top 10 in the world for podcasts, so thank you very much. Something else I didn't show you guys that is going to be put in there, which I didn't even remember, is this. Ooh, not that. This is the subwoofer, so it's going to sound pretty badass once it's all done. And this is a JBL. And check it out, this arrived today, as I mentioned it would. The leg press. I had a pretty good workout earlier. It was like the only thing that was missing in my gym. And then this I'm probably gonna get rid of, but now we're turning it into the strength theory channel, which we don't really want to do that, we want to keep it. But anyways, I'm gonna be working out lots to get in shape for Vader episode 2. When I do start filming in 1 to 2 years, so I like to, you know, bring you guys along with that journey, and I love lifting anyway, so it's a big part of my life, just like Star Wars is. So that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. We're gonna learn a lot tomorrow based on the sound, because sound calibration is a big thing. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks for checking in on this update once again, and I'll catch you in the AM. Good night.
It's a little nicer than cardboard.
Oh yeah. Great job. That's unreal. That's like what, just like a screensaver?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that's
Apple TV screensaver.
What the freak, man?
Nice
Where does the spinny that cutter go?
cutter.
Is the sub in? Like, hooked up?
It's in. We're getting ready to calibrate now. So if you want your little lesson,
Like, close that thing up, you mean?
no, the rack itself.
Oh, yes, I do. I do want my lesson, please.
The very top here, we have a space for it growing. So if you decide that you want to add like a cable box or something like that, or a Blu-ray player, or
PlayStation.
or PlayStation has to go on top.
Oh, okay.
This is a giant Faraday cage.
Okay.
So if you put your PlayStation inside,
Let me get up here, too.
yeah, sure. If you put the PlayStation on top, then your Bluetooth controller won't work.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
So,
so I gotta put it up here.
yeah, and then which is why I've got the cables up here for you. So, Troy's already programmed it into the remote, so you just go watch, select PlayStation, and it'll go to those cables. Apple TV, in behind that is the network
And if
switch.
it's an Xbox, it'll say Xbox?
We just labeled it PlayStation, so it can be any game system really, as long as it's got an HDMI connection.
Got it, okay.
So yeah, network switch in behind. This is the brain. This is your control 4. This is what the remote talks to, and this sends out the commands to all of the gear to do what it wants to do.
Okay.
This is your power conditioner piece called a watt box.
Okay.
We forgot to take off the protective film. So this not only filters your power, but it allows us to remotely turn off and turn back on devices that are in the rack hooked up to it. So if you're having troubles with your Apple TV, we can send a signal to turn it off and then turn it back on. Same with your receiver, controller.
Okay. Wirelessly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
And then
So what are those numbers there right now?
so right now you're getting 150 or 117 volts,
Mhm.
and you're outputting 1 watt
Okay.
or 1 amp. Sorry. And then
So how much to turn back time?
And then this is the heart of your system. This is your RCAM AVR receiver, which tells the speakers what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
So this is the brain for the speakers. This is the brain for the projector.
This is the brain.
Oh.
This is the heart. Because this does all of the sound processing
I see.
and video distribution, and this tells this what to do.
Okay. I see.
So
That's it?
that's pretty much it.
Cool.
It's a pretty simple setup here. So, but you'd be surprised at how complicated it gets real fast.
All the cables and...
Yeah, we're all tied up all nice and neat on the backside too, if you want.
What's that?
It's the microphone stand to calibrate the speakers.
Okay. Cool. Oh, dude. I can just open it like this?
Yep.
Cool. Ooh, Funimation, 100%. Definitely. Hey guys, how's it going? So the movie room is finally complete, and I also put this up. And I gotta do all of these as well, so I want you guys in perhaps the next video to tell me where exactly should I be putting these, because there are a lot of cool ones. Shout out to Displate, they sent me those, and I'll be doing an integration with them later on. But this part of the video is gonna be about turning it on and seeing the reaction. I haven't watched a Star Wars video yet. I haven't watched any movies yet. I mean, they came in and they tested it with like a movie on Netflix, but that was just to see if the sound was working and everything was working. But that was like a minute long. So I gotta say it's pretty surreal. I don't know how it's gonna be with a Star Wars movie. We gotta flip through Revenge of the Sith and of course the Phantom Menace, the pod race scene. I'm moving around like a little kid because I'm very excited. So without further ado, let's begin. This is wow. It's just so cool, man. Just seeing that like blown up. It's just absolutely mind-blowing, dude. What the freak? I haven't watched this yet. I haven't turned it on yet, man. Like, that's wild, dog. What the freak? What the freak? What does it look like? What the freak, dude? The last time I saw this in theaters, I was 15 years old. It was almost summer of 2005. It was like end of May. Bro, I don't know if I'm ready for this right now. Okay. You guys even see me? So I was watching it not too long ago. And I don't know how it's gonna work with copyright, so I might just like mute this whole part and then I'll put the whole reaction on like either TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, because it won't get taken down. Here we go, man. This is... Alright, I'm not gonna drag it out. Let's go. Let's go. I gotta turn it up. 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 All right, and the furnace just turned off. I'll bring my seat up a little bit. Okay, all right. What the freak, man? The whole room's shaking.
This is where the fun begins. I don't know what to say.
It's literally like watching the movie again for the very first time. It's such a different experience when you get to see things on the big screen with, you know, proper sound. It's just crazy what kind of a difference it makes. Now, you don't need it. I spent my whole life watching TV on a laptop, but not my whole life, but many years. But this truly does let you understand the movie on a much different level. It's like it was meant to be seen like this.
You must choose. Don't listen to him, Anakin. Don't let it.
Well, thank you guys for watching this series. None of this could be possible without you guys, and it's been absolutely amazing to be able to make videos and content for you and to call this my job, my career. It's all because of you guys. So I hope to continue to be able to do what I do and entertain you all and bring you guys content and talk more about this world that we all love and adore. So I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.